Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at a game called Henk. This is a new game by RageSquid, who you can see their logo back in the background there. Perfect timing. It's a game out on early access for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So that's pretty cool. You get all three. I'm not totally sure about the price. I think I saw 10 euros. I'm not totally sure how they're going to handle the conversion to US dollars, but I will of course have a link in the description to where you can purchase this for yourself, and I encourage you to follow that link. With that being said though, I'm going to jump in and show what's going on. At the beginning here we've got two characters unlocked, Henk, who is our main hero, Betsy, who is his trainer, and then we can see that we've got some more characters coming soon. It is early access, so you know, there are going to be things that aren't fully fleshed out yet. If there are any bugs or anything, you know, all subject to change. And as you can see, we have some costumes. I'm going to play as Blue Blaze Henk, aka Sanic, gotta go fast. So, let me kind of just show off a level here. I think first of all, I just want to show it off, and then we can kind of get more into specifics of what exactly this game is. First of all, you've got a ton of options for which ghost you want to face. Your personal best, various medals, the world champion, or no opponent. I'm just going to do no opponent for the video, just to make it a little easier. So basically we've got this 2D kind of racing, platforming sort of scheme going on here. And, you know, I'm going to compare it to a couple other games, as much as I don't like using comparisons as my main vehicle here. I think it just kind of helps sort of give a nice framework. Basically, right, so there are two kind of major things that I think this compares really well to. The first is another early access game, which is Speedrunners. Speedrunners, of course, being the game where you play multiplayer and kind of race through the levels against each other, trying to find sort of like the best path and outrace the others. Obviously, you can see maybe some of that influence. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I think this stands out, by the way. I'm not gonna say like, go, don't buy this, buy Speedrunners. I don't think that's true at all. I think there's a place for both of them. First of all, being that this has more of a single player focus. I don't think it has multiplayer, other than eventually there's going to be a feature where you can race your friends' ghosts, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, it's total single player experience, so this is all about you just trying to find the best times. Very leaderboard focused as well, so that's definitely going to be a huge draw for a lot of people. The other influence that I see is to something like Trials or maybe Joe Danger, because, you know, we see these kind of like obstacle courses, and there are going to be times where you will be replaying levels over and over and over and over and over. Not because you can't beat it, but because you are like dying to get the next possible medal. Like, you can see some of these have got gold, but there are a lot that I still have bronze on. So definitely have things to improve on in my own play, and I've definitely spent some time replaying levels just to try and put up a gold medal. Because, as with a lot of games like this, getting more medals unlocks more stuff. So that's how you unlock more characters, that's how you unlock more costumes. Even to some extent, that's how you unlock more levels, although I never had a problem unlocking levels by the time I got to when I should be doing those levels. So that is not as much of a concern, I think. Although for sure, if you just go through and only get bronze, you're not going to be able to unlock all the levels. You're going to have to replay some, go for some silvers and golds. I'm actually doing like really well here. Wow, yeah, that was a new personal best, so that's cool. I improved by like 3 seconds. So then I might, you know, replay this and go for a gold this time or something. And that's really kind of like the big draw to this game. And honestly, I can fully recommend this game. Even before, you know, getting to the end of the video. Normally I save that for the end, but yeah, this I think is probably, as of right now, one of my favorite experiences to come out in early access. Complaints, it's a little short right now, but being that it's early access, I know that there will be more levels added. And in fact, one feature that they're hoping to implement here soon-ish is a level editor, which I think is fantastic, because if this gets a level editor, I just can't even like imagine the kind of stuff that people are going to make for a game like this. I know Speedrunners already has that kind of thing, and the levels are awesome. So I think that we're going to see a lot of really awesome stuff coming out of this, especially if the level editor does in fact end up getting implemented. As of right now, it kind of feels like you're maybe purchasing a proof of concept, but so far, you know, playing this in the pre-early access build as I have, it's extremely well polished, and I would say that this is definitely worth picking up in its current state, even though I'm not normally a huge proponent of early access. So that just kind of goes to show you how highly I think of the game. I'm gonna move on to some other levels here. There are some things. Okay, so this is cool. This has kind of a maybe like a Crash Team Racing style kind of boss level, right? So basically what you're gonna do, and I've already done this obviously because I unlocked Betsy, but the way you unlock Betsy is by beating her in a race. So you have to one-on-one race her, and you have to win if you want to play as Betsy. And I think that's a cool way to do it. It's worked really well in other games, and it translates well in this one as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to restart there. I might not actually beat it. It is a pretty hard race. It felt about equivalent to when I was racing Gold Time Ghosts. So you definitely have to do pretty well on the level. But maybe I'll be able to pull it off. I got a pretty good lead here. Yeah, there we go. As far as like the game's performance, it's okay. It's definitely got some performance issues, but again, early access, that kind of stuff will get ironed out later. I'm not too worried about it. It hasn't crashed. I haven't run into like any bugs or anything. Mostly just like some maybe like framiness or stuff like that. Nothing too serious though. Nothing that's maybe like, you know, nothing that's really stopped me from enjoying the game. So I can't exactly fault the game for that. And honestly, it only happens every once in a while. You'll see things kind of start looking a little bit framey, but for the most part, the game looks gorgeous. Like, I love the art style. Love the way it looks. You know, it has this really, really nice sense of speed to it. And yeah, I think all around, like, it's just really well polished, and that's, you know, something I've said a few times, and I might say it a few times more before the video's done, but you don't always see that in early access games, like a really well polished product like this already. So this is apparently I set up the world champion on this level, and he is clearly good. The reason I wanted to do this level though was you can see that again another kind of maybe speedrunners influence we've got a hook shot, which I think is awesome. I think it works well, and some of these levels here at the end get pretty awesome just because of the weird things that you're gonna end up having to do with a hook shot. It really does kind of change the game, and it's gonna change how you play it, because once you get the hook shot, you know, all things are kind of thrown out the window here. Like, we're just, you know, we're gonna go through these levels in such different ways now. For example, like that. Oh, I missed it though. I gotta retry. And that is the big draw, by the way. I want to point that out. That first of all, I mean, you can kind of hear in my voice that this has turned into much less of a, hey, let's just take a look at this game, and more of a, man, I'm having a lot of fun playing this. And that's what I found as well when I was kind of playing for research purposes to do the video, is that it, you know, some games I'm doing a video on them and they start to feel like a chore. I try to play every game that I cover for about an hour. I was sad that I got to the hour and I was like, yeah, I really got to record this, or I'm just going to play it for fun forever. So that's a huge sign, I would say, at least for me, that this is like really high quality, really good game already. What else here? Oh, the music. Yeah, I think the music is really good too. It's not totally my cup of tea as far as like a genre standpoint, and I would love to hear maybe a little more variety in the music, but even so, I think it's really good. It's, you know, a nice soundtrack that just kind of accentuates all of the action going on, and that truly is what a soundtrack for this kind of game should be. So I think that is perfect. It's totally serving its purpose, at least in my opinion. So yeah, I can't really fault the soundtrack. I want to try better on this. I think I did actually just do better than I had before, but for me, this is the kind of level that gets really, really interesting, and this is kind of what I want to see through more levels. And I think what's exciting is, like, this is not that far in and we're already seeing levels like this. I don't know if maybe some easier levels will get added later to fill in the gap, but it does get pretty hard pretty quick, and personally I like that because I'm a huge fan of platformers, huge fan of speedy platformers. See, I want to be able to get up to that highest one because that's got like a bunch of speed pads and stuff up there, but you're gonna just have to have like such good momentum, I think, to do it. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's all about when you release. The hook shot, by the way, feels great. Like, easy to use, and it is really fun. Yeah, sometimes you can... That's the thing, though, like, it does make the levels harder. So you do have to be prepared for that, I think, because, yeah, you can mess up your timing like you saw a couple times there. Let's see. I don't know that I really have anything else that I need to say. You know, at the end of the day, like, it's just a really fun game. My only real possible complaints, like I said, were as of right now, there's not a lot of levels in the game. That could definitely use a few more levels, but hopefully it is a developer that will, you know, do frequent updates, you know, maybe even weekly. I love seeing early access games in my library get updated weekly, but of course not every dev can keep up with that. But yeah, it'd be great to see some new levels added, you know, at least pretty often, because I could imagine that even probably from day one this is going to be pretty popular. Probably have a lot of people putting up pretty good, like, leaderboard times and stuff. I know people get super into leaderboard times, so that's awesome that it's there for them. Oh, that was really bad. Yeah, I'm not much of a leaderboard chaser, but still, you know, the game is just fun enough, and the mechanics feel really good with everything. The physics feel great on all the jumps, and especially the hook shot. So I would definitely say that you should check this one out. If you are a fan of platformers, if you're a fan of fast platformers as well, like, this is a really well done one. And if you want to, you know, support devs who are doing early access right, I think that this is where you should put your money, personally. So that is where we're gonna end for today. But as always, feel free to leave comments if there's anything that you would like to comment on. Subscribe to the channel to see more videos from me every single day. Click the like button if you like the video and want to see more videos like this in the future. And of course, as I mentioned, do not forget that the link is in the description if you would like to go check this out on Steam for yourself. But as always, I thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you next time.